Welcome back. You're still watching Sports on Prime here on SABC News. Thank you for staying with us. Let's update your news going forward. The start of the 2018 Cape Town Cycle Tour will move from its traditional position on Hertzog Boulevard to the historic Grand Parade Precinct. The 2017 race was cancelled because of gale force winds, but there was good news for some of the 35,000 cyclists who will enter the 109-kilometer race. Every rider who entered and registered for the 2017 race by collecting their race packs will receive a preferential entry prior to the general entries opening at the last year's prices.
The Cape Doctor and the wind risk was taken into account, with race organisers stressing that the participants' safety was paramount. The new starting point, the Grand Parade overlooked by the City Hall with a backdrop of Table Mountain.
Exciting news for 2018 is that the Cape Town Cycle Tour will be moving its start from Hertzog Boulevard down on the foreshore to the Grand Parade Precinct outside the castle. Further news for entrants who were affected by last year's event is that all entrants who registered to ride the event and collected their race packs at the registration will receive a preferential entry into the cycle tour at last year's prices. There will be no increase, and they will be guaranteed of their entry for the first week before we open entries to the general public.
The Cape Town Cycle Tour is one of the highlights of the city's events calendar and is a major contributor to the Western Cape economy.
We're working with the August Cycling Tour to relocate the start of the parade. It takes it back to its 1977-78 roots in terms of starting location, and puts it in a much less vulnerable space in terms of wind. That means that the city has to do quite a bit of effort in upgrading that parade to be fit for the task.
The Cape Town Cycle Tour is a massive injection into the economy of the Western Cape and of the city of Cape Town, and it's around about 500 million rand that it raises every year for the economy, for the tourism industry, but it's also about the brand. And of course we're growing in international relevance, more and more international cyclists coming out, and of course I think it's one of the best cycle tour routes that you can find across the planet.
The 40th edition of the Cape Town Cycle Tour takes place on the 11th of March 2018. Craig Murray, SABC News, Cape Town.